Alright, sorry for the delay. I had to restart stuff on there I didn't want to be shown, so restart. Mark Libby has already set up the convoy and just waiting on getting to finish. So that's what we're waiting on. Sorry for the delay. I'll show y'all exactly what I'm dealing with right now. This is what I had to deal with. So something is updating further than what I thought. So this is where we at. I have to wait on that. So the beauty of waiting on stuff pop up, things of that nature. So the best I can do. I can't do no more than that. When the game wants to update, I have to wait for it. This is what happens when you get the opting out stuff. Stuff that has to be done. Probably be able to go on here, be on it this long at all. Probably about an hour maybe. And then I think my internet was going in and out because it kept saying that it had to reset. So I don't know what happened. Out of my hands. Can't do nothing about it. So do what I can. That's the thing that try to help everybody else really see. Just like I had to help somebody out yesterday, last night. He was having conflict with a mod and things of that nature. So a lot of these conflicts come from DX11, which is the older what is that? I forget what you call it. But we should be in DX12, and that's where a lot of your like black now when you're outside the truck and then you go around your truck and then all of a sudden like the screen goes black and around the truck. That a lot of that is texture. I mean, it's not texture issues, but it's more like graphic issues on the game side, not on your side. You can have the best graphics you want, and it's still, you be still dealing with that kind of situation. So, that's another reason why I like to showcase a lot of this stuff, these problems, so people can expect this is what you got to deal with. So, but the 388 record from Blade is being replaced by the 379 NRC. So anybody that has that truck, they won't have to go and buy it. They just have to when it's ready, they'll be released. So that's what I'm waiting on, and supposed to creating some other chassis for it, or whatever. So this is where I'm stuck at. Still, the game should be starting by now. Oh, it is starting. There it is. There we go. Okay, here we are. That's why I said, a lot of things is technicalities. A lot of people don't want to showcase that. They want everything to be, or they say, well, I can't stream because it's something that people don't want to see, but they want to see this kind of stuff so they can deal with their own problems when they have problems in the game. Just like same individual actually told me, a gamer, a content creator, actually told me about he wanted the triple monitor. So I went on ahead and told him what it took to get the triple monitor things to work. So it was something easy for me to do, and it didn't take much for me to do it. So it was cool that I was able to help out in that particular. See, all this is incompatible, but I already have 2 other profiles that I can use. Once the game update, and but I use this as my testing mod. So this is probably be the one I use. We'll see what kind of truck we're gonna have, or whatever. I'm always having some kind of technicalities. Maybe I'm the perfect candidate to have those situations, but I still figure it out. It's all about figuring it out. And one thing I just showed him the game log. A lot of people don't even know about the game log. The game log is for you to be able to use to find out what's going on in game. That's why I keep mine up so I can be able to do that. Try to get in here, mess around for a few, and I may continue it later on. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I got some type of truck, but I found out through well, y'all got a chance to see I finished this, so that worked out, and I ain't getting money anyway. All right, let's see. Going to the Convoy. Let's see where he's at. There he is. Great. There he is. Okay, so make sure everything is good. Okay. All right. Just scrolling on Friday on my end. A lot of this stuff is trial and error. I remember it was two other players that we were playing, and we had a conflict. It was so funny. I don't even know if I got a chance to stream this. So it was so crazy. The guy didn't want to got that. Well, for some reason, the mod that he had, if he altered it at any time, it would throw the server off. And that's just the thing that we were faced with. And a lot of this stuff is trial and error. You'd be like, okay, well, why this isn't working? Why isn't it working? So you got the hater built. I see that. It should still work without. I mean, I don't. All right, so we got a conflict here. All right, that's why it's in the red. So mod mismatch. So a lot of stuff that you got, I mean, I got, you don't have, but it should still work. That's the thing that we're supposed to be trying to figure out why. Go into the filter. Okay. Let's try that again. Now this is always the conflict. You need to take your mods off the right side. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So I gotta take out my mods, take all the mods out. So you want me to just take all the mods out? Okay. All right. No problem. Because it doesn't even matter. Because I'm you know. So I gotta go out of here. Yeah. I figured that. That's the reason why I do this kind of stuff, because a lot of people don't really still don't understand how the convoy works. All right. So that's why I only had what I had. But I'll take all this stuff out. I'm gonna probably create a profile strictly for Convoy. I mean, where no mods in there at all, and I'm gonna have to make it concrete, because yeah, I wanted somebody actually had created their own profile where they don't run mods at all. If they want a Convoy, they make sure there's no mods in there, because it's always gonna be a Convoy. You know, we want certain things certain trucks in there, and sometimes it's conflict. And I'm learning something, because I haven't did this in months, and things change. And then I think the last couple updates, they allowed us to have mods and stuff like that, um, where the mods wasn't supposed to be in conflict, but it is still a conflict. So I'm gonna take all my stuff out. I don't care, you know, and I can drive the other trucks. That don't bother me. And a lot of times, when you're running the open beta anyway, you shouldn't be running mods anyway, because you are not going to get the full effect of the game, of what the game is doing, rendering, and things of that nature anyway. So that's why I tell anybody, if you want to beta test, or make sure you have a separate profile. Create another profile where there's no mods to be put in it. Don't put no mods in it, and just run it without anything in it. So I'm gonna take everything out, which ain't gonna hurt me anyway, because I don't mind it. Now I won't have no conflict now, because I don't have nothing in it. But and don't get me wrong, I love the mods, but when they start conflicting and you want to do other stuff with other people, it's a stumbling block. So then sometimes it takes longer for the game to start up and all that other stuff. I'm gonna run the 389. That's my favorite truck anyway. I don't want the W900. It's too loud. And normally, if I'm doing convoying and doing other stuff, I'd rather be in a different truck anyway. All right, so I'm in here somewhere. Oh, I got a convoy. Try this now. All right, I took everything out. Let me see, refresh. Okay, everything's out. still creating an account. But now I'm gonna go back in here and do it again. Nope. I don't have the header built. I had a copy of it. I never got a chance to run it. And then they just recently just did the Viper, and I haven't even got a chance to run the Viper yet. So, and then for some reason you just disappeared. I ain't gonna be on here this long anyway. Kids is up and about. We get ready to get out of here. I'm gonna try to kill as much time as I could. I knew I only had about an hour, but hour and a half, whatever. But it's okay. Just something to do. I know I got to get out here and get some work done outside. It got cooler out here. Maybe these mosquitoes gonna calm down. I gotta find out what this is all about. This Big Daddy world. Few people got stuff up there. I got them all locked up. Which I guess they okay. Try again. I'm gonna go right back out and then come back in. Ooh, right. Okay. We'll get it together one day. Don't worry about it. Not that big of a deal. Hopefully I have somebody else in here with me. Yeah, now it's not showing up at all. Oh, let's try that again. Press this again. Apply. Okay. It may be on me. Oh, here it is. Okay, there you are right there. You just popped up. Okay. Now we're going to see why it's still saying this. So, no damage. And these are technically, so technically you do have to have mods in here at a point. You still have to have each other mods. And I got a lot of mods. You know, I may not be using them, but I got a whole heap of mods. So a lot of the stuff I got is just that, you know, like the JC amateur sound effects, I have that. A lot of this stuff I have. So okay, yeah, that's why I said create a separate profile. You gotta, even if you have to take, because I got one day I'm gonna probably post in the because I get them off the mod site where they already created, and somebody had made it out of it, made it their business to create a profile where you can do beta testing and stuff, and then everything is unlocked. You ain't got to go through all this extra stuff. I only use them to beta test, but which I'm doing all the time. Yep, but we had the same conflict, but the kicker about that problem was we the guy forgot he had edited one part of the truck or the trailer or whatever it was and they couldn't get it together. It was so bad, and we had to just go on, and there was somebody else that wanted to play with us, so we just went on. It was like three of us. We went on ahead and we had the Highway Killers W900. Okay, and it was cool. We got to here we go. Now we cooking with gas. Okay, see, here we go. Now we got okay. Now I can get that if that's what you want. You want to put it in there. Doesn't matter to me. But I'm just trying to keep it. Okay, no active mods. That's your mod. So yeah, see how this thing says in red. Activating and deactivating many different mods may cause damage to your save file. Backing up your save file is highly advised. Yep. So that's something that I would tell anybody to do. Okay. Yeah, but this is all I do. I mean, I mess around. Somebody want to play, we, drive around or whatever. I'm just so glad that they came up with the Convoy where you can actually be in the traffic, and that was the fun part about it. I got that video somewhere. I gotta look and see if I can find it, but I didn't. I only uploaded it. I didn't actually went live, and it was so comical. I'm gonna have to go back to my archives and see if I can find it. Okay, did it show up? Are we good? Okay. Okay, there it goes. Okay, now we working together. Okay. All right.
Let's go.
But I do have my little sound. I can at least put. All right. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
All this trial and error.
Yeah. If anyone didn't have a hazer call from YouTube, so that's why that's the reason why you were in the right place. Hitting up all the buttons and mods are for the workshop. That was your main problem.
Yeah, I figured that. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've been in here, but I actually did a video of this before. But I didn't get a chance to stream it. I actually uploaded it, but it was funny. And it was so funny. We had the same similar conflict.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Yeah, did you get a chance to do the event?
I've been streaming, Convoy with other streamers. I mean, there's a couple of guys I hang out with all the time.
Okay, you gonna have to send me your channel and whatnot so I can go in there and sub to it.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
I'm actually grabbing the road you have right now that you had off when you're doing your stream.
Stay
Okay.
left, and then turn
I'm about to drop this load off right now because they got me dropping it off. So.
Turn left.
And it's like they started me over, but it didn't matter, you know.
How many more miles do you have yet?
Yeah, I'm just around the corner. It was a short run, but technically I ended up having to change profiles. You know, I just got the smaller, which I'm gonna probably make this one one of my profiles where I don't have to worry about the mods and stuff like that. So, you know, that was always something I wanted to do, but you know. Yeah, my buddy Henry, he normally be in here. He would like to do this one day. So we got to try to create a day where we all can come together, because sometimes he be on the road too. So, you know, occupied. I wasn't gonna mess around with that. Drop that off. Little newbie. I'm a little newbie. Yeah, that hater built supposed to be based off the Viper in a way, but the Viper finally, somebody actually decided to go in and update it, so I got a copy of that. But a lot of these trucks been coming across here so fast, I haven't got a chance to even check out a lot of stuff that I wanted to check out. So.
Yeah, streamer Convoy with a lot. We use that Viper a lot.
Yep, that's an epic truck right there. I was glad somebody went on ahead and took it in. The developer, the creator, didn't want to keep going with it, so somebody, it was just good that somebody, well, he allowed somebody to go in and take it over and get it, you know, bring it up to speed. Yeah, the event was pretty easy. All I had to do was make sure all my loads were over 60 miles. I just kept going, like bouncing state to state. I would quick travel to the next state and just, kept on going until I went on ahead and, knocked it out. Since this profile ended up look like it being fully new, they gave me a truck in a trailer, same load, so I'm just gonna roll with whatever. Also, that 146 we're gonna have. I don't know if you've been really looking into that. I think those loads we'll be able to actually dispatch our own load, and we can actually get like multiple loads. When we drop off, they'll give us another load without us actually going to get the load. So I think somebody was trying to show us how to do that. I got to figure that out.
Ready to roll.
Yeah, for some reason I can't see you at all.
Well, that's weird. Mike Man, what's going on? Thanks for the reaction. Trying this Convoy thing out, man.
You disappeared. It was like, oh, I got go in touch.
Yeah, it may be a conflict within the Convoy a little bit, but you know how that goes.
No, we have it all the time. We Convoy all the time.
Yeah, Truckers MP was always like that. You know.
Yeah, pretty much no hazard, no damage when I'm good.
Copy that.
Should be good till next time so you guys can get that hater built again.
Yeah, I think I had the hater built, and then for some reason it updated or something, so it just sort of threw me off from getting it again. So.
Yeah, cause see what happened when we got the last update when it went to 1.45. We actually had to delete that hater built and go back to YouTube. We had to wait till he updated it and then re-download it again.
I copy that. Yeah, and that's the thing. When these versions come through so much, at a fast pace, it's hard to keep up with it.
Stay right, and then turn right. was a nice ride.
Oh, right here. I forgot. I'm about to back up a little bit.
You got this alpha mode.
I almost passed my drop off point.
Hey, Croc, you got this alpha mode.
Yeah.
And fly in there, buddy, like this.
I don't want to make it too easy. Yeah, I try not to make it too easy. Yeah, my man just sent me a he reacted it in the stream. Yeah, he always doing some convoys.
Yeah, but Convoy ain't no fun without mods, though.
Yeah, I understand that. You know, it's just something that they're gonna have to figure out, I guess. I mean, at first it looked like they had figured it out, and then all of a sudden it's trouble all over again. So maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna dip a truck real quick.
Copy that. Well, they got me as a newbie, so I gotta sort of grab whatever they give me. Truck, please. I create some debt.
Usually no.
Copy. I'm calling myself trying to buy a truck and I still ain't discovered yet. I mean, that's why, you know, I understand the realistic thing, but sometimes that stuff can be tedious. Yeah, I'm just gonna roll with these quick jobs for a minute. It don't matter. You know, it looked like it wiped out everything. I don't. I'm gonna have to my whole like they started me over completely. That's a new experience.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, they broke my horns. I don't have no horns now. uh, I see you on the screen. Oh, you on the other side. That's where you at.
Yeah, I was cast my trailer or the load with my developer. More easier than backing up and hooking it up.
I got you. Whatever works best for you. You know, I'm still learning the developer mode at a point. I understand it, but you know, some things. Well, now it has some new features in it now, and
Yeah, the guy that streams William Gaming, he taught me how to change the time too. So I can change the time till 8 a.m.
yeah, I have it all set up like that too. Yeah.
Why is it dark on your stream?
What you say?
So why is it dark on your stream?
I don't know. Maybe because I have this map up here. I don't know. I mean, I can see everything. I mean, everything looks good on my end. So I don't know. I had hit that map button by mistake.
Yeah, push your end button on your keyboard, I'll take it away.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably why I was doing that. Because I had made a mistake and hit it. I got to...
Did you see that change in time?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I use that feature all the time.
Yeah, you probably do that for ATS and ETS too.
Yeah, it's always something new, you know. I've been messing around with the you know, being able to drop the truck down and, you know, play around with the suspension a little bit. Yeah, when you I learned something else. When you're in the console, you can actually it actually like timestamp. I wouldn't say timestamp, but it actually remembers what you had typed already. You know, you can just keep going back in there and reusing it.
Turn left.
Well, I'm really glad you can join me, buddy. I didn't think too well last night.
Yeah, I tossed and turned a little bit. I worked harder yesterday, but we got out of here early. But I couldn't leave early because I needed my hours. You know, everybody else wanted to get out of there. I stayed until until it was time to go. So, you know, every little bit I got to have. You know, and I'm still I was trying to like I was saying on the stream, trying to get Ruta's trailers because there's a load there that I like, and where you can actually pull a record. So, but I got to figure out how to get past the little number stuff, you know, the payment stuff. But it's not bad. 5 trailers for $20. Well, it was $25, but he only like knocked $5 off. But still, you know, not bad. For your convoy name, that's what it is all the time.
Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, I actually created it the other day because Rudy it's really just Rudy, but he goes by Roya Gaming on Facebook here. Streamers, so I just created one the other day just for us to look around with it, and that's all.
Okay. Yeah, Henry that comes in, he's old school 66. So I try to pass the word to him. You know, you may want to hang out. He old truck driver, and he drives a coach now. You know, even though he's retired. So you know, but you know, I'm
always good to have these truck drivers coming in.
Oh yeah.
In Convoy, I like that stuff like that. It's pretty cool though.
Oh yeah.
It was for these truck drivers bringing me in. America won't be the way it is.
Oh yeah. Also, you can look him up on Steam, and you can message him, and then you can let him know, and you can send the information to him, and just tell him I sent you there, sent you to him. I'm gonna still try to get in here and you know do like I used to do. I used to do a lot of convoying, a lot of it.
Well, me working third shift, I always try to get at least a convoy thing a week with him, if I can. And that's pretty Thursdays nights and Saturday nights, because that's the 2 nights after that for third shift.
Wow, I think I just hit an invisible wall. Or somebody done hit me in the back or something. Something happened. Sort of weird. Yep, got hit an invisible wall.
Yeah, Lloyd, he's out. He's out of Texas.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, Henry's out of Florida, Tampa. Yeah. Yeah, I hit an invisible wall, so I don't know what to do now. Let me see if I can go through the wall. Yup, I'm stuck. I can't go no further. That's weird. This is the stuff that I like to stream because a lot of people would never believe it if I would actually told them that this happened.
Let me come back to you.
Well, I'm able to drive now. I went around. Oh, I just went over I went over something. That's crazy. I'm letting traffic go past. What the heck is going on? The whole truck is, the trailer's bouncing all over the place. Alright, I'm able to come your way now. Yeah, something happened. It was weird. I'm definitely going. That's epic. I like that kind of stuff. That would be a perfect clip.
Yeah, something happened on my side too. Some truck hit me head on. I flew over, laying on my belly.
Wow, I see you. Oh, you know I got to take a picture of that.
Yeah, it's glitching.
Wow. That's rough. Man. Well, that's the thing that I like to happen every so often, you know. That's why it's good to have that console open, so you can be able to put yourself back on your wheels. This truck tried to overtake me. Lady truck driver tried to overtake me, so I ended up taking over. I think she's mad at me now.
Yeah, that blue truck I had, that wasn't countryside. I had to go buy a Peterbilt. I know it'll have power in it. Once I put that 625 horsepower motor in it.
Yeah.
CROC, you have a Convoy drive.
Yep.
Hey, if you have Google Drive, if you don't mind, send me your email address through Steam, and I'll send that heater bill your way.
Okay.
It takes a few seconds to send it.
Okay.
So next time I catch up with you when you're streaming if I can, and next time I see you, we can Convoy it again.
Oh yeah, we definitely gonna do it again. I'm just trying to get through these updates and these little contests and stuff. You know, always try to get what I can get out of the game as much as I can, and then since Facebook got me on this level up thing that I gotta stay ahead of, so I'm always be ready to do something. Yeah, I used to work third shift before I started this job, and first shift is a little bit easier for me than the third shift because I don't know how I managed to do that, especially being a driver.
Yeah, I actually like it in my job. It's nice and quiet. There ain't hardly nobody there.
Yeah, it has its pros and cons,
Yeah, the one I Convoy was, I actually bought an EPS, and another guy became a streamer. He goes out west. I bought him EPS too. And me and Lloyd were actually Convoying the other day with it.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I got about 10 minutes maybe left, unfortunately. But we definitely going to try to get together again.
Yeah, for some reason music on my side is playing for like Well, you're almost late for the delivery. And I can barely even hear you. I had no idea what's even playing though.
Oh. Yeah, I only got about 10 minutes left. So, well, I'm further away. You're a little further ahead of me. Only because I think my truck only has a 10 speed, so, you know.
Yeah, but it's been doing this the whole load. I don't know why it's doing it for, but it is. Well, that water's really, really dirty up here. We can see that water up here. It's really green. Looks like a swampy area.
Yeah, maybe a swamp, you know.
Go straight.
Yeah, it's really nasty. You'll see when you come up to it. It's on both sides.
Oh yeah, it's Looks like somebody been doing something they had no business doing nowhere.
Go straight.
Yeah, Texas is around the corner. Like we're gonna be hauling cars and whatnot now.
Yeah, I know. I'm really hoping it comes out by Thanksgiving or before.
Well, I know they just released the city, so normally
Stay right.
they
Then
try to
turn right.
they try to get out there as soon as they can, you know.
Turn right.
Yeah, everything normally stays, you know, like every year. It's pretty much the release is around the same date.
Stay right. And then turn right. Turn right.
Yeah, I'm doing 25 so you can catch up.
Okay.
After I was pull over. Yeah, this is getting on my nerves now.
Go straight.
I didn't copy.
then turn left. Turn left.
Alright, coming up the hill.
Yeah, I see ya.
Yeah, try to cover this last run, right here, and that'll be it. I mean, unfortunately, I'm gonna try to. I guess when I get back from my engagement, I'll try to see if I can message you and see what you're doing.
So the CROC, you use a steering wheel or what?
Oh, steering wheel, the whole, you know, kit and caboodle. You know, shifters, side panel, yeah. I was running triple monitors for a minute, and once I really started doing the streaming, then I started splitting everything up so I can sort of watch and monitor a lot of the stuff. But the way I do it, try to make it as real as I can.
Yeah, I think I use that Xbox controller.
Yeah, well, now they've found out a lot of people are using controllers, so they have a lot more support now for it. But I was using it. Oh, I see. Old school is on now.
Stay right, and then exit right. Exit right.
I'll probably give him a landline and let him know
Stay right.
that you'll be trying to reach out to him if I can. Or you can reach out to him. I just gave you the information, so it should be hard for you to reach out to him. Also, he's eager to learn. You know, he still learns stuff about the game and whatnot. So whatever you create, you know, he'll probably won't have no problem with trying to, you know, get some things going.
Go straight. Stay left, and then turn left. Turn left. Go straight. Stay left, and then turn left. Turn left.
Alright, y'all, this is about to be it. A little over an hour. Did pretty good. I might have to probably retitle this this session.
Turn right.
Or add some things to it. But thank you everybody for checking me out or whatever. Especially shout out to Mark Libby for reaching out to me and we getting this thing going. So it's been nice. It's been epic. So I'm gonna go ahead and bag up here. Drop off this load because I forgot I'm dealing with a new profile. And go on ahead and alright, nice convoying with you, man. But if you want to continue the convoying, just reach out to my buddy Old School 66 and he'll go on ahead and maybe y'all can get together.
Now see, for some reason it says my delivery was late, so here's the next one.
Yeah, that's weird. Oh, yeah, that's weird. Another conflict. Well, you know how that is. Alright, I'm going to catch you on the flip side, man. Appreciate the time.
Alright, man. I appreciate it.
Alright, y'all. I'm going to cut off here. Got this.
Hey, one load.
Alright, y'all. I'm going to catch y'all on the next video. Keep on rolling. I didn't get your message, Mark, but for some reason it cut out. So, but I'll catch y'all on the next video. And go out of here. Sort of behind getting out here. Get my other screen. All right. If you want to check out Big Jut, don't have anybody watching me, so he's in the Level Up program. Check him out if you want. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next video. Talk to you 2 out.